Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Motivational Mondays with Donna. I hope everyone has been having a fantastic week and that things are going very well for you. I want to talk today about choices, and that's something that is put in front of us every single day. We have so many choices that we can be able to make on a daily basis that sometimes it's just mind boggling. Choices is something that God has given us. He's allowed us to have that from the moment that He created the world. And He first reflected that on the first two people that were in the world, which was Adam and Eve. And so this was discussed back in Genesis in chapter 2. And after He created the world and created Adam, and then took a rib from Adam to be able to create Eve so that Adam would not be lonely, He specifically stated to them, of every tree in the garden they may freely eat, but of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, they should not eat of it, because in the day that they make that choice to decide to eat of it, that would be the day that they will surely die. And of course, we all know that Eve was tempted by the serpent and they did eat of it. And so now that's what brought death into the world. However, we are all very blessed and fortunate because of Jesus, with Him going to the cross for all of us, that we now are able to overcome death and be able to live with our Heavenly Father in heaven, as long as we're making the right choices. And of course, the first choice is to state that you are a child of God and that you love God and that Jesus is the Son of God. But on a daily basis, we have three choices right off the bat, or maybe even five, with our eating habits: breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Or if you're actually eating smaller increments of food and eating more often, which they say you should do, you have five small meals, and breakfast being the biggest one of the day. Or if you're into intermittent fasting, then you may only have one meal for the day. But you have to make a choice on what that meal is going to be. So that's one of the choices that you have day in and day out. In today's world right now, with what's going on with the COVID-19, yes, we have masks right now that we've been wearing. Yes, they've come up with vaccines for us to be able to take. But still, there are choices there as well. Whether you make the choice to be able to take the vaccine, whether you make the choice that even after you took it, that you still are a little leery and you want to be able to continue wearing your mask, which is a pretty good idea, because a lot of people have gathered together for Memorial Day, for 4th of July, and most definitely there's going to be quite a lot for Labor Day. And being around all of these people, you don't know who's had the shot, who hasn't had the shot. You don't know who has any underlying health issues. So it is, really smart to continue to be able to wear your mask, especially with all of these Delta variants that are coming up. So that's another choice that you make in order for whatever it is. You make choices whether you want to exercise to be able to help you with your health. You make choices whether you want to leave the house on time to be able to get to work or to be able to get to an appointment. You make choices whether you want to have a positive mental attitude or whether you just want to be negative all the time and feel that the world owes you everything and that nothing should ever go wrong. Even if you are loving God and you go to church and you're a tither, Jesus suffered, so what makes you think you're above reproach and you're not going to suffer? Things are going to happen, but you make a choice whether you want to say that, well, I'm just giving up, because I've tried and it's not working out to my benefit. So, maybe God has forgotten about me. Maybe God is sleeping. It appears to me that the people who don't do the right things and don't walk in integrity, that, they're just living this fruitful life. And so I should be on that side. So, like I said, there's so many choices that we have in front of us on a daily basis. And you really need to take the time and consider carefully the choices that you make. Jack Canfield came out with his very successful book, The Success Principles. And he talked about E plus R equals O. And the E is the event, the R is the results, and the O is the outcome. So you can either look at the glass half full or you can look at the glass half empty. I mean, you may look at it and say, if you're looking on that side of choice negatively, that, things don't ever work out for me. The glass is only half full. The host promised that, we would all get a full glass of something to drink, and instead it's not. Or you could look at it positively and be like, okay, maybe they're pulling out some other beverages and they're going to be able to have what you want in a little bit. Or maybe it's just that it's going to take a little bit more time. And, the biggest thing we have to realize is God doesn't work on our time frame. For us, we look at things second to second, minute to minute. God can look at 1,000 years and see it just as a day. So he's working on all the good and all the benefits that he has for you. But sometimes it just takes a little bit of time. And you have to make the right choice to say, I'm going to hang in there. I'm going to do what's right. I'm going to do what's going to be beneficial. And I'm just going to continue moving forward until you get to that fruitful existence and that thriving lifestyle that you're looking for. It's going to be so beneficial to you. Now, we always end our sessions talking about gratitude. And there was an author, William Faulkner, who wrote several books, one of them being The Sound and the Fury, and another one, As I Lay Dying. And he was a Southern author, and he lived in the Mississippi area for almost all his life. The Sound and the Fury actually became a movie with the well-known star Yul Brynner, which you guys are aware that he played Ramses II in Cecil B. DeMille's epic film, The Ten Commandments. And Mr. Faulkner said, gratitude is a quality similar to electricity. It must be produced and discharged and used up in order to exist at all. So you got to put it out there. You got to show that gratitude. It's going to make a world of difference in your life. Have a great week. Talk to you next week.